What up, Scrappy? I hope you guys are having a great 4th of July weekend. I keep getting requests for more commentary videos, so that's exactly what I'll do. As long as I'm helping one person out, that's all that matters to me. For this video, I'll be sharing with you guys what goes on in my mind when I drop a 4,000 damage game. Obviously, the 4K badge is something that a lot of people seek, and as someone that has dropped hundreds of them, I know I can share with you guys some tips that'll help you guys out. So, take notes, because if you're somebody that has struggled with 4,000 damage games, then this video will be perfect for you. Without further ado, let's get it. Bam ba bam 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 ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam. Welcome back. So for now, we'll be watching a 4K game of mine, and I'll also be providing extremely insightful commentary. As always, I land hot every game, and when I mean every single game, I mean every game since season 0. So if you intend on dropping 4K games, that's something that you have to start doing. Granted, you could land on the edge of the map and use my farming tips, which I'll give at the end of this video, but if you want to drop these games more consistently and improve your overall skill, it's best to land hot. Where there are so many people dropping, you are forced to break away from your one-dimensional habits, and in doing so, you'll become multifaceted in terms of your skill set, which is something that the lower skill individuals struggle with. So landing hot is obviously good for dropping high damage games, but it's also better for improving your overall skills. So my tip for you guys is to land at the same exact spot every single game. You'll get comfortable with the RNG there, you'll get comfortable with the rotations, escape routes, etc. This is why I land at the second floor of this building that you see me in right now. Again, every game. And this may go without saying, but if you're going to start landing here, you need to keep your head on a swivel and stay constantly moving. Again, I'm speaking to those that don't drop 4K games consistently or have never dropped one at all. Most of these people land on the outskirts of the map, so they have all the time in the world to loot and grab their favorite weapons. Well, when you're landing hot, you don't have that luxury. So keep moving and be aware of your surroundings. And you'll see in this video that that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So if you decide to land in this building, again, while moving, I am listening to footsteps, people taking the zip lines, movement legends that can go up multiple floors, like Pathy Grab, Valkyrie Jetpack, Horizon Qs, etc. I'm listening for that falling sound, people are falling down the elevator shaft, and of course just footsteps in general. This is what I mean by multifaceted. I'm doing 100 different things, and this is just in a pub match. I'm doing 100 different things while actively shooting at the enemy or finding where they're at. I don't get tunnel vision. Even when I'm in a fight, I'm still paying attention to my surroundings. Those are the observational skills that you'll need to have if you want to drop a 4K game, and to do so consistently. So of course, in order to drop a 4K game, you have to win your 1v2s. And as a solo queuer whose teammates always end up leaving, I'm forced to 1v2 everything. As a solo queuer, you must rely on third parties a lot, so that's exactly what I do. But if I am in a 1v2 situation, it is all about separation. So you'll notice in this fight that I don't overcommit if I don't have one knocked. I do what I can to do damage, rush to another angle, try to do damage again, and keep repeating that process until I get a knock. And then from there I have a 1v1, and that's more manageable. That's more of a general tip, but like I said, if you're going to drop a 4K, you have to win these 1v2s, so I have to give you a little tutorial on how to do those 1v2s. Right now I have a Horizon that's healing right now, and I'm able to do damage on her, so I'm going to chow her in this 1v1. I have a window of opportunity to do so, so I will. It almost gets me killed because the PK is garbage though. So I immediately get that knock and then retreat right after. And again, from there, it's healing up and focusing on this 1v1. And of course winning. To drop a 4K damage game, you have to win. Not necessarily the game, but you have to win your gunfights. So if that's something you need to work on, I recommend arenas or control for that. Of course, paying attention to my damage at the top right of the screen. I have 5 kills with 1100 damage and only 6 squads left. Right now, I am not in the best position to drop a 4K game. I'm gonna have to farm it. A general rule of thumb, if you have about 1500 damage to 2000 damage with about 7 squads left, you're doing really good. But with my farming methods, you'll see that even a game like mine right now, I still can get a 4K. We'll get into that later. For now, I'm just looking for people. If you want to drop a 4K game on World's Edge, you got to stay in and around Cap City. Again, as always, I'm in another 1v2, so I have to approach this with caution. And excuse my lisp, I have my Invisalign in. Again, key to dropping 4K games is winning your 1v2s. Notice how I approach a different angle every time I do damage. And once you get that knock, it's even playing fields, go crazy. Right now I have full health, so I'm in a perfect position to push this Caustic right now. But it's a Caustic. He throws a trap right on the door, so I can't go that way. I must go around. You're going to see this Caustic plays this fairly well. He sits behind his Caustic trap, so I can't shoot him. Unfortunately, at the same time, I'm listening and I hear the Pathfinder self-res. So again, I'm in a 1v2 unfortunately. I'm going to heal up, no need to rush. It's unfortunate, but I'll keep going. I hear them run away, so I know they're scared. It's time to get a little aggressive. So I get this knock. Paying attention to the legends that the enemy is using is important, because knowing their legend composition will tell you certain plays that they can make, so you, in advance, predict that. I get the knock on the Pathfinder who grapples up. That gives me a window of a 1v1 opportunity. The Caustic can't fly up magically like that, so I know he's gonna have to drag his stinky fat ass up the staircase. So that is where I'm automatically looking. I don't need to look at the climbers behind me because I'll hear that happen before I can see it. So I need to pay my greatest respects to that staircase because that is my immediate threat. Of course, if he climbs up, not only will I hear it, but he's vulnerable because he's climbing. It's not that big of a threat. Again, this is the mindset that you have to adapt if you want to drop 4K games. I'm just spinning the game for you guys right now, honestly. Nobody taught me this. This is what 20 years of gaming looks like. And of course I get immediately third party. Third parties are difficult, but they're never impossible. It's all about keeping your head on a swivel like I told you at the beginning of the video. Simple 1v2 again. I play the knock, and then I play the 1v1. Never run just straight into 2 enemies. That is how you lose. So again, looking at the top right, 3 squads left, 9 kills, 2,500 damage all of a sudden. Again, long ways away from 4K damage, but this is where I'll begin my farming method. And I've explained this many times to you guys, and if this is something that you have never done before, you should try it. No, it's not cheating. No, it's not exploiting. You're taking advantage, more so capitalizing off the enemy's lack of game skill. So I noticed a third party coming in really quickly with this team, so I kill them as fast as possible to get as much damage from this team. Now, again, I'm in a 1v2 situation. I want to kill this team in front of me, because if I don't, it might be a 1v4 situation. And you saw my 6K damage game, what happens when you're in a 1v4 situation. It's tough. So I wipe them out, and now I focus on this 1v2. Before I engage with the enemy right now, I have 2,900 damage. I need 1,100 damage more to get a 4K. So again, I'm just farming and maintaining separation between me and the enemy. Every time I get cracked or I feel like I'm getting pushed, I have to retreat. I retreat, reassess, and then re-engage. Those are the 3 R's. And in all honesty, I was forced to farm this team even just to win the game. The angles they had were weird on me. If I walk straight up into that RV with 2 enemies, I'm just gonna get gunned down. So I have to play my head glitch where I'm at, and again, farm damage. Regardless of the damage that I do, winning is very important to me. So even though I hit 4,000 damage, I'm still trying to win the game. And again, if you've never dropped a 4K badge before, then that doesn't matter to you. You need to be more focused with dropping damage as opposed to winning games. That is, of course, if you want to have that badge. Nonetheless, I always like to win my games that I play. So once I hit 4K damage, I'm trying to do exactly that. I approach it from a different angle now because the angle that I had was not advantageous for me. I needed more cover, and I needed to be more level with the enemy. Again, I'm just doing the same thing. Now that I have 4,000 damage, I'm trying to get a knock, I'm trying to end it. And that's how easy it is for me, guys. And it can be that easy for you too as well. Watch this video a million times and ask me any questions in the comments if you like. And I'll definitely be making more videos like this. Best of luck, I'll see you guys next time, and enjoy the holiday. Bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba 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 bam bam ba bam bam bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba ba bam 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 bam. Bam ba bam 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 ba ba bam